Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to A Place in Space, and thank you for joining us. It's Tuesday, and if you don't know what that is, because we've received a ton of messages recently from lots of new audiences, thank you very much. This is the point of the week where we normally break down some of the new and exciting stuff we've been spending all day unpacking. Today is delivery day, so let's get to it. Kicking off, Amazing Spider-Man issue number 20. Always big, always relevant. Joe Kelly here is doing a guest story. Peter Parker's romantic getaway, can we say, with one Miss Black Cat goes terribly wrong, but artwork by Terry Dodson is gorgeous, so I highly recommend it as a sneaky little issue. Lovely stuff, really enjoyed that. Now, Kieran Gillen has been on fire, I think it's fair to say, these last couple of months. He's revitalised a lot. Right now he's tackling the X-Men. He's building towards his big, all bad, all ending encompassing story that's into Sinister. This is set 10 years in the future, so obviously he's doing 10 years in the future, 100 years in the future, and 1,000 years in the future. Tons of storylines and timelines going on. This one's quite relevant. Stay tuned for more on this title very, very soon indeed, because that's going to be popping up again in just a couple of minutes' time. Right. Todd McFarlane, you've had a couple of years. Now, this is Todd McFarlane doing a part 2 of 2 storyline. This is him teaming up with the one Mr. Mike Del Mundo. That's gorgeous stuff. Massive, massive chunky issue here. Spawn is on a bit of a career tidal wave right now. What with King Spawn, the Scorched, and Gunslingers, all Spawn, all following very hot on his heels. And there's a movie, watch that space, coming out very soon indeed. This is very pretty. Now, Wiz Comics. Way back when, before they were acquired by DC, or at least their library was, they had the first appearance of one Mr. Billy Batson, otherwise who would later go on to be known as Captain Marvel, who would then later be on to be known as Shazam. Yes, you can find his first appearance in a facsimile right here. Now, I love facsimiles. Not only will you find one Mr. Shazam's first appearance in here, but also, because these first initial issues way back when were so big, you will also find some Dan Dare. You will find the Seals of Doom, should you require such things in your need. And you will also find some Lance O'Casey, if you so need. But of course, the big draw for many of you is the first appearance of one Mr. Shazam there on the cover. I dare say it's several £1,000s cheaper than the first print will set you back right now. This is very cool. We're going to go headlong into indie territory now, folks, so stay with me. This is very cool. Moriarty Clockwork Empire #1. Now, I don't know if any of you watched Penny Dreadful back in the day when the one Mr. Luscious Eva Green, but that was a slice of somewhat gothic, steampunky-ish Victoriana horror. This is it gone head on. This is really, really involved. Huge attention to detail. Every single page is lusciously jam-packed with detail. It's kind of like if Mike Mignola wasn't a master of minimalism and just went headlong. If Mike Mignola took a play page out of, I don't even know, perhaps someone like, who designed The Matrix? I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments below. Paulie, if you're watching, you probably will. But Jeff Darrow, well done that man, Mr. Magical Mind, telling me from afar. Gorgeous, gorgeous, luscious stuff. Really, really looking forward to that Titan. You have been murdering it of late as well. Now, also, Whatnot. There's a name on many people's lips right now. Also, watch this space for Whatnot shows from us here tomorrow at A Place in Space, and also Saturday. That'll be the Chief doing it, and myself as well, hopefully. Liquid Kill, brought to you by Whatnot Publishing. That is the logo you were after right there, folks. But Liquid Kill looks delicious. This is almost like Ghost in the Shell meets a little bit of John Wick. And also a bit of Blame. A lot of you may have read Blame. It's an epically cyberpunk anime done by the legend Sumi Naomi back in the day, which is only now gathering a bit of well-deserved recognition as cyberpunk has become such a force to be reckoned with within genres. That looks awesome. Cannot wait to get stuck in that. Moving swiftly into the realms of cheesecake territory, but trust me, it will do very well indeed. That is the one Draculina, #1 out now from Dynamite Press. Also, Scout Comics. They love giving you a bit of horror right now. That's Banshees #1. Rough premise here. You've got 4 female students who've been killed off, but have actually been a bit pissed off at being killed off. So they've come back to take their vengeance on the killer. How? Nobody knows. You're going to have to buy issue 1 by Scout Comics here to find out. Also, this looks awesome. The Chief and I have been badgering on anyone who will listen, which is all of you, hopefully anyway, to read Briar issue 1 recently, and consequently issue 2 and 3. This looks to be following hot on the heels. Not related to Briar, but Vault Publishing are fantastic at what they do, which is a little bit high fantasy. And if you've been enjoying Briar, I can only recommend that you have a little peek at this. This is your typical kind of years-long war fantasy trope setting, but done superbly. I want to flick a little bit to the end because the artwork is not too dark. It's luscious. It felt bright and breezy flicking through that at lunch, and I loved it. That's Godfell, issue 1 out now from Vault. Vault, we love you. Let's go dark, okay? I've given you bright and breezy. Let's go dark. James Tynion, the man who's done Something's Killing the Children. I know, snazzy title. The Department of Truth, Batman, and more horror than I can shake 5 sticks at, is coming now at you with Blue Book issue 1 with Michael Oeming on artwork. Now, Oeming famously did Pals, which was a terrific read back in the day. This is almost certainly James Tynion's love letter to all things at the X-Files. This read mysteriously and snappily at lunch. This was cool. I may have been reading comics on my lunch break. Obviously, it's called the Blue Book. There is a colour palette involved. All right, so don't go expecting any red flash pages, or splash pages even. He gets it round for the third time right, maybe. Who knows? But that looks cool. A couple of other covers. Got Jill Thompson on that one, according to my notes on the back there. Am I reading that correctly? Maybe. Jill Thompson, possibly. Correct me if I'm wrong. But also Tyler Boss, winning it like a boss. That's very cool. And now we go into DC territory, because there's a few things I'm very excited about here. Obviously, the Batman One Bad Days have been coming out now for a while. This was one. Clayface has always been one of my unsung heroes, really, just because I love him so much as a character, but it's very hard to do anything with him. So to see a bit of a prestige one-shot, I'm massively excited. Now I'm going to resort to the inside cover here because I forget the name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Zermanico? Who knows? Your artwork is wonderful. Absolutely luscious cover. Just fantastic stuff. Obviously, Basil Karlo is a character who doesn't get anywhere near enough attention, particularly when he's playing Basil Karlo, yet alone when he's playing Clayface. Clayface is, of course, the one and only Basil Karlo, but that looks fantastic. We've got a brand new Catwoman also appearing in Catwoman 52. I dare say that's already gone, but we will try and get more. And the big book for many of you this week is, of course, yes, Superman #1. Now, we've basically all but sold out. Again, we will try and get more. I've just whipped out this cover super quickly because I love it. It's luscious. That is Riccardo Federici, giving you a very classic Superman cover there. Very poignant and popping, but also got that statuesque super character going on. Love it. But also quite dark. They could have gone very bright and breezy on this one. I want to show you a quick bit of the artwork, because it is. It's popping. Every single panel is leaping from the pages on that. Jamal Campbell on the artwork there. He's been sneaking up on covers now for the last couple of years. That looks wicked. And that was my lead-in for a few quick covers of the week. This is where I show you a few quick covers that I really have grabbed my attention this week. Simone Bianchi has done that. That is part 3 of his 4-cover Spawn series this last month. This looks massive. If you haven't seen Chief's video over on Instagram earlier today, go and watch it now. We unveil what is beneath this. This is the Chinese New Year variant cover for DC Lazarus Planet, the Omega. The Omega. I'm not wrong for once. It's wonderful. It's a red gold foil cover. It's probably already gone, but go and have a look at it anyway. We might have a few copies left. That will go quickly as well. Draculina, we mentioned her a few minutes ago. She's got a lovely pin-up cover. What they won, Joseph Michael Linsner. I dare say that will be popular. Linsner has legions of his fans. Devoted, you would say. This is a bit of a cover of interest. Mark Brooks put up a massive photo, also essay, I suppose, which really revealed the trials and tribulations and perils about working to deadlines in comics. It was a fascinating read. If you haven't already done so, go and follow him on Facebook. He's an enormously interesting chap working with art, and he really breaks down minute by minute, literally, how close you have to work with a Marvel schedule, and also the man's artwork is fantastic. But I'm going to go back to this one. That is the 1 in 25 Batman Clayface 1 in 25 variant cover by Hayden Sherman, according to my hastily scribbled notes earlier. Let's see if I'm right for even once today. Right, that is it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us now. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe if you can. It does help out enormously. But we shall see you here tomorrow for a Whatnot show, and also on Saturday for a Whatnot show as well. It's been good. Much love, folks. Catch you in a bit.